So today I'm going to demonstrate how to do an ID injection. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my orders. And it does tell me that I need to administer a PPD test, a purified protein derivative. So this will test to see if he's been exposed to TB. So first thing I'm going to do is go to my Pyxis. I'm going to go to immunizations. And the PPD, it tells me it's in B6. You go to B6. And the first thing I'm going to do is hold this against the Pyxis, make sure that it's the right medication. And I'm going to check it with my medical records. It is, in fact, the right medications. Okay, so I also need to grab a syringe. See that I scrub the hub for 10 seconds. I'll let that sit there while I prep the syringe. Set the cap here so I'm able to swoop and scoop later. And so I'm going to withdraw my 0.1 milliliters of air. And I will remove this. I will then put this straight down, not to touch the sides, inject the air, and put it up into proper holding. I will then withdraw my 1.1 milliliters. It does not seem that there are any air bubbles, so I'm able to withdraw it. I'm going to recap because it has not been in the patient, so with swoop and scoop. I'm then going to grab a piece of tape and I will label this syringe with the patient's name, medication, dosage, and all that information so I'm able to clearly know what's in it. Once I've done that, I will double check my medication against my medical record. It looks like it is the correct thing, correct dosage. So I'm able to grab all this stuff and go into the patient's room. Hi, my name's Hillary. I'm your nurse today. Okay, you might shake your wristband really quick. All right, can I just say your name and date of birth? All right, Paul Brown, 5'4", 19XX, perfect. All right, and do you have any allergies that you know of? Allergic to penicillin? Okay, sounds good. So today I've got an order to do a TB test because we need that done for you to be admitted to the nursing home. Some nursing diagnosis that I could do for this patient would be knowledge deficit because he may not know what the test does. I could inform him about that. And then acute pain because it is an injection could, depending, be just a slight little pinch. So now that I've done that, I'm going to put on my gloves. The spot that I'm going to be doing this injection would be on the patient's arm. It would be 3 fingers above the radial pulse and 3 fingers below the antecubital space. so it'd be in this relative area. Now that I'm at the patient's bedside, I'm going to do my third and final check against my medical record to make sure that everything's okay. So I have my medication and what's in my syringe. Everything looks good. So I'm going to cleanse this from inner to outer, from the injection spot. Now I'm able to take off the cap, and I want to make sure that the safety is in line with the bleb. So I'm able to get an accurate insertion. Alright, and with this kind of injection, with the intradermal injection, you're going to want to make sure it's 5 to 15 degrees. So you just want to get right under the skin. So I'm going to kind of hold the skin. I'm going to insert it just under skin. And you're going to want to get that bleb. I'm going to slowly insert it. Checked it for the time, and see we've got that bleb. 10 seconds. Then I'm going to remove it and immediately put the safety on and put it in the sharps container. If I had a Sharpie, I would go to the patient and mark where I inserted it so it will be able to be read between 48 and 72 hours from now. So I'll throw in my gloves. And with my pen, I will write down the time that I took the test. And on here it says to write down the time it may be read in between those time frames. I'm going to write the amount, where it was injected. So I would write the mid portion of the forearm, and I would then initial it and also sign it and make sure all the documenting information is on there. Alright, now that it's documented, I'll make sure that my patient's okay. Mr. Brown, is there anything else that you need? Alright, like I said, this is going to be read in 48 to 72 hours from now to make sure that you're all clear and that we can get you into the nursing home okay. Alright, if there's anything else you need, call lights right here. Let me know if you need anything. I'm not able to take my medication and return it back to the basis.